Coming in from Liam Voice, the title of the song is Omoyo. Omkwano Gunyuma, love is a beautiful thing, especially at the beginning. And, the beginning of love entails what? It entails dates, yes? So earlier on, we were discussing about a whole relationship saga and how relationship starts. You go on a date with someone, you've met someone for the first time. These days, like I said, we have social media, and social media has made meeting a little bit easier. You'll start talking to someone before you actually meet them in person. These days, you'll see someone on Snapchat, they look amazing, they look beautiful, and you catch a feeling, and so you organize a date. So I was reading somewhere on social media, and this guy meets a woman for the first time. They go on a date. It's the very, very first time they meet personally. Originally, they've been talking on other social media platforms. So finally, they get to meet. They go on a date. They sit down, they get to eating. The man is organizing himself to finally come out and say, "Hey, you're looking nice, bichi bichi." But before he can actually say anything, a woman puts down a fork and a knife and says boldly, "I want to make one thing very clear before we can go any further. I do not have sex on the first date." Why? For she says that she doesn't want the relationship to be based on sex. The man says, "Okay, it's all right." So they have their meal there, and then later the bill comes in, and the bill is something over. It's a certain amount of money, say 100,000 shillings, 100,000 Ugandan shillings. So the man looks at the bill and says, okay, he removes the 50,000 Ugandan shillings, 50,000 of his money, and then he pays his. And then he goes ahead and says, "You know what? I also do not want my relationship. I do not want our relationship to be based on money. So I'm going to pay my half, and then you can pay your half. You can also pay your other half." And the question is, is it okay for a man or a woman, someone you're meeting for the first time, does it make sense to actually give a lick or something, show some love, have sex, Kali, on the first date? These days, the thing is, whether you have sex after 3 months, after 6 months, after a year, after the first date, someone can still go. Whether you have sex immediately, if someone wants to stay, they will stay. Of course, a number of things make up relationships. There are a lot of other things that make up a relationship. People are really down for respect. People are down for other things. A person like me, and I think a couple of other people, will not say, just because you've given me on the first date, it means that you are now like that to everybody. No, that is not the mind of everybody. However, some people have it in their minds like that. If you give them the first time we are meeting, it means that other people, you're doing the same thing. But that's not necessarily true. So I want to know your mind on this matter. I already had in 2 callers. One said, you have to be careful. Some people are sick. That one called in from Bukema. Then we have another one that called in and said, man, it is okay even if we're doing it on the first time. As a man, I already saw you, and I'm saying, yo, finally, I've got a chance. I am obviously going to want to have sex with you. Well, you can call in now on 0780654643 or 0757-800-500. Let me know what your mind is. Is it okay? Is everybody who actually who actually gives or has sex on the first date, does it mean that that person is like that to everybody? Are they loose, or what's your mind? Also hit me up on Facebook at Isaac Darlington Mutengo. That's my personal Facebook page. But also hit me up on 95 Time FM. That is on Facebook. Let me know what your mind is. Would you sleep with a person you're meeting for the first time?